Hey there, Matt here, Seattle Speed Shop, and this is episode 1 of the car I call the Bell Auto Parts Special. So, real quick, and I hope I don't get in trouble for this, on Authentic Hot Rods, this is a Don Montgomery book, page 23, there's a picture of what is known as an improved Cragar. In 1941 in what is a 1929 Model A. So I just thought I'd show you that historic picture. We're going to take a look at a regular Cragar, the improved Cragar, the car it's going in. I'm going to do a little work to it, and we'll kind of go from there. So I want to start off with kind of just some of the history, and just bear with me. I'm going to talk for a couple minutes, and then we'll go look at the car. So this is a regular Cragar. This is actually, this is a Miller Schofield head, which is the first company to produce them. And if you don't know about Miller Schofield or Harry A. Miller of Offie engine fame, I'm going to tell you a little bit about him. Basically, in 1928, Harry A. Miller and George Schofield formed Schofield Inc. of America, with a plan to build performance parts for the Model A Ford. And they did a few parts. You know, I've seen a flathead for a Model A, and I think they did carbs. I don't know, pistons, stuff like that. I don't really know. I haven't looked that far into it, but I know they made a bunch of stuff. But this was kind of their cherry on top. And it's the valve-in head conversion for Model A. And basically, from what I understand, Harry Miller left the company in like 1930, probably because of an argument between him and George Schofield. And basically, without Harry Miller, the company went bankrupt. I don't know all the specifics, but that's kind of the way I understand things. And then Harlan Fangler, I think is his name, and Crane Gartz formed Cragar and resumed production around like 1931. And basically just timing was bad. You know, the head is a really good performer, but they couldn't make any money. The Depression was setting on. You know, they sold this head for $86, I think it was, when it was new. So they had folded by like 1932. And that's kind of when George White, or Wright, I can't remember his last name, but he is who started Bell Auto Parts. And really it started with a junkyard that sold kind of like Model T race car parts. And he bought the rights and the molds and all the patterns, and you know, even I think the leftover stock, and started selling this head again. I think they were selling it again by like 1933, 1934. And then in 1935, he came out with the improved Cragar. So let's go take a look at that. And if you guys don't know about Harry A. Miller or Bell Auto Parts. Bell Auto Parts is like the company that formed Bell helmets, Bell steering wheels. Like, they're a huge part of hot rodding history. I could do an entire, probably several hours long episode on them. Anyways, they're kind of like my favorite like hot rod place, early hot rod place. This is the improved Cragar. So, huge intake ports. It's a cross flow head. It's got really weird small plugs in it. It's meant to use a stock exhaust manifold, but there's like no way to clear it here. I'm gonna probably just run a header and have a plate here that will allow access to taking that just off to servicing it. Yeah, so what I understand, they made 100 of these between 1935 and the wartime. This is the only one I've ever seen in modern times. I've seen that one picture in the Don Montgomery book. This is on a B motor. We're probably going to take it apart and just double check that everything's good on it here in the near future. It's got a light and flywheel. It'll be getting a V8 trans. Kind of changing the color of the car. Going to do a patina black on it. So I am going to start taking the fenders off because, you know, FTF. Hi Charlie. So I will get working on that and we'll bring you back here in a little bit. Alright, so should we get these fenders off, huh? can't believe how easily these just all came off. Oh, that's really cool. Still got to get the running board brackets off. I'm gonna move to the other side, work on the fender and the running board. I will bring you guys back in a bit. All right, so it's pretty crowded. But figured we'd try this out. So everything's really coming off pretty easy. Pretty surprised by that. But, got no complaints. So my whole plan for this car is kind of the most high-tech four-banger car you could build in 1941. So I'm gonna have juice brakes on it, but they'll be would have been off a brand new car. I'm gonna have a earlier four-cylinder trans in it. Of course, the improved Cragar. I'm kind of setting it up like it's kind of like a dual-purpose car. I'm gonna leave the splash aprons on it, but pull the fenders. I do have a windshield for it, but it's off for paint. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just trying to make it kind of like a dual-purpose, early hot rod. It get driven there, stripped down, raced. And then put back together and driven home. I'm really surprised by how quickly all this stuff is coming off. Tell these are going to be fun. Bring you back when I get these off. All right, so fender is off. As you can see, it's easier to see on the other side, but the brake drum has been painted red in spaces, so that's how you know it's a hot rod. Hi, Charlie. And I'm gonna have probably a little cleanup to do here. These are hidden by the fender, but kind of is what it is. It's an old kind of 60s, 70s restored car. So what was acceptable then is not quite acceptable now. But we can fix it. So I'm gonna get under it and get these irons off, and I'll bring you back. All right, we're back. I got the fenders and the brackets off. This inner wheel well, we're gonna have to do some exploring and kind of see what's going on there. It's pretty rough, so we'll maybe check that out at a later date. Took off the rear bumper and probably do something with this spreader bar like that. I don't know. Yeah. There's a pile of brackets and rear bumpers, fenders, running boards. Put the grill shell on. Just kind of get a good idea how it look. Yeah, you getting hungry, buddy? So yeah, I think I'll call it here for the day. Yeah, thanks for watching, and please give us a like and a subscribe if you're so inclined. And just took a little break for the holidays, and I've got some stuff to start posting, and we'll see you soon. So hope you guys have a good week.